Greg, you wrote a story that I think needs a little more attention about the National Grocers Association talking to lawmakers about the Food Insecurity Nutrition Incentive Program. Tell me a little bit about what that was about.
This is a program that basically was a dollar matching program for when consumers bought fresh produce, but it originally had been tied to only buying produce at farmers markets. And NGA's argument is not all, but a lot of our members use various government feeding programs, and they would love to be better at using this program. And I think the point of view that the produce industry should take is that consumers just buy way more produce at retail than they do farmers markets. I mean, farmers markets are a boutique way of buying food, and it's not a realistic way of feeding a family. And the people who this program was designed for are people who have problems buying good food and finding good food, and they need to be able to find it at the closest grocery store. And a lot of NGA members, the independents out there, are in small towns, and they totally fit this market. And so I think it's a really good angle for NGA to take. You've covered these kind of feeding programs before too, and I would guess that you have similar opinion on that.
Yes, definitely. I've been following that they've had this, FINI funding for what's called double up food bucks. That's what you're talking about, that started in farmers markets, but they've been doing retail pilots for several years now to much success. I know a couple of them in Kansas City are doing really well with double up food bucks. Harps in Arkansas, Spartan Nash. A lot of these grocers have done just the pilot programs, trying to see if it works and if it's feasible with their electronic systems. What's made it really easy at a farmer's market was that it wasn't an electronic system. They could redeem coins for the dollars and do it very easily there. But to have a meaningful impact on a consumer, we really have got to take this where the consumers are. And they're at grocery stores. They're not at produce sold out of the back of a truck on a Saturday morning. That's not feasible for most people who, especially the food insecure. So I love the idea of this program expanding, and especially that NGA is pushing for more funding for it.
Yeah, you can read the entire testimony of NGA's representative. I wasn't able to get him this week before putting the story out because he's all over the Hill in Washington, D.C., but they did refer me to his comments, so it's linked in the story.